Let's call this to order. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the May 20th edition of the Board of Commissioners meeting. I would just remind everybody that this is a public meeting and it is being recorded via audio and video. And please state your name if coming to the microphone for the record's sake. Awards and recognitions and correspondence. I do have one. This is from Sue Washburn, the EOCI superintendent, regarding Volunteer Appreciation Month. Dear sir or madam, is there a feedback?
You need to mute yourself.
Oh, is that a feature I could get?
George?
Okay. Dear sir or madam, on behalf of Eastern Oregon Correctional Institution, EOCI, I want to express my sincere gratitude for the time, energy, and dedication you give to the men housed here. EOCI is fortunate that you volunteer your time to help adults in custody. There is no kinder act than helping together. EOCI could not provide a high level of programs and services without our wonderful volunteers. More and more evidence shows volunteerism is good for our health. Building connections with and committing acts of helping others provides meaning and purpose in our lives, which grows our sense of well-being. Thank you again for all that you do. We appreciate you. Sincerely, Sue Washburn. And that was addressed to Glenn Scott, one of our veteran service officers here in Pendleton. So congratulations, Glenn Scott. Anybody else?
Nope.
Okay.
I think, for the record, I would like to call out Joe and his staff for their continued steady leadership.
Oh, for sure.
Make sure that gets into the record.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been a yeoman's task.
Okay, so acknowledgement of meeting minutes from May 6th.
Move approval of the minutes, or acknowledgement of the minutes of May 6th.
He beat you to it.
He did.
Yep, he beat you to it.
Slow again.
Nope, not gonna say it.
Still? Or
You give me a second there?
you can take my motion as a second.
Okay. Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any additions to the agenda? Okay. Public input and recognition of visitors. Okay. Number 1, election payable. Oh, I thought you were going to give my...
Election's over. Do we still have to pay?
I wish it was that way, but let's see. I have to remember. This is for the printing, printing and the stuffing. This has been mailing service, so they're the ones that actually do all the stuffing and the mailing for us for the ballots. Routine is just over the $5,000 mark, so it's but it's a routine budgeted expense.
Move approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Is this you two, the maintenance payable?
Yes. So go down here, would you please? I have to keep going down. Well, right there. Go back up. So up a little bit more, so I see the invoice. So it's actually it's for the electrical work that we had to do to move the things to downstairs, and also put in a couple of circuits because we're upgrading the networking equipment in the server room and we need more power for the newer equipment. The new network equipment, but it's also a portion of that's for the move of the single entry and putting that new office down there and temporary moving the current x-ray machine to where it's at.
Move for approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Health insurance renewal.
Morning, Jennifer Blake, HR Director.
That was in that spreadsheet.
I'm here before you this morning to present the proposal from Pacific Source to renew their health and dental with us again this year. They have offered us a rate pass due to our loss ratio being so good with them on the medical side. Dental wasn't quite as favorable, but they agreed to call it a wash with both doing well and offer us a rate pass.
It's always nice when a renewal comes in with no increase. That's not been a common occurrence over the past 10, 15 years.
For sure.
Mr. Chair, I'd move approval.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And same thing with life insurance.
Right, so this is the same concept, U.S. Able Life Insurance, asking or offering to renew with us also for no increase in rates.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next.
AFSCME Road CBA extension.
So the road department union contract expires June 30th of 2020, and due to the COVID-19 and our inability to meet and negotiate in person, they have asked if we can do a one-year contract extension with a 3% COLA increase. It's before you for consideration today.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Exempt admin salary. Yeah, I was going to say, where are you going?
So it's been practice of the board to give a COLA increase to the exempt and admin salary schedules in line with the highest COLA being given to the unions that we have here at the county. So this is before you for a 3% COLA increase to the exempt and admin salary schedules.
With exemption of electeds.
This does not include elected officials, correct?
Mr. Chair, move approval.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Harris Park. So, due to the flooding, damages to Harris Park prevented its usual reopening. Repairs have been completed sufficient to allow use in compliance with state restrictions for use of public parks, and distancing guidelines for the use of Harris Park has been prepared, and the guidelines are before the board for formal approval.
So move.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor, say aye.
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 I assume, we should check, but I assume that they are distributing our guidelines to everyone who comes. Is that correct?
I can make sure that's happening.
Or they're at least posted, at the very least.
I think anybody made a reservation or whatever was supposed to be provided a copy of the regulations.
Okay. I'm good with that. Okay. Ott Road Signs.
Wow.
Do you want to do that one, or do you want me to do it again? Okay. So we've received numerous complaints from citizens of illegal activity, including dumping occurring at the cul-de-sac turnaround at North Ott Road. It was created when the railroad crossing was closed to help avoid some of the activity resulting in nefarious activity from cars parked in the area. The request was for no parking signs to be posted. That's RD 2020-09.
You know, I wish there was a way to get a handle on the illegal dumping that occurs along our county roads. This created, I guess, a situation where it became convenient for people to come out to the end of the road and dump. I just wish sometimes I could catch somebody doing it so I can get a license number so we can get something done about it, but it seems to be a continuous problem. I don't know if putting dumpsters out in particular locations would assist or not, but something we may want to consider going into the future. In the meantime, putting no parking signs out there may help to some extent.
To what degree are we permitted to post fines?
Post fines?
Post fines.
The violations of the no parking, it's a statutory violation, so it's set by state statute as far as what the violation. But if you want to know the actual dollar amount, those could be posted as well.
And there's a dumping amount too, isn't there?
Fence of flittering?
We could under the solid waste ordinance, but we would have to somehow find out who dumped it. And sometimes they dump things in there they can track back, but sometimes they don't.
But I mean, can't we post,
The potential fine amount? Yes, we could do that.
and parking?
Right, it'd be based violation of the no parking. We could put the fine amount on the
I
sign.
think it would help deter in this case.
It's not required that we get state approval to put up a sign like it is to change the speed limit.
In order to be enforced, you have to have the board order the no parking.
The board.
Yes.
Which we just did.
Yeah.
But, no, we haven't done it
We
yet.
haven't done it yet.
But if you,
Thought we did.
rather than just no parking, if you post no parking, $100 fine,
Okay. A potential, yeah. That could be added
I
to the
think
sign.
that would be an added deterrent.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you, when they come out and dump, I don't think they park there very long.
What?
Shouldn't there be no dumping?
Oh, we're gonna have a no dumping sign too. No dumping, $250 fine. They'll be both there. But just having the amount as an added deterrent.
Okay.
So I'd move approval.
Second?
Well,
And did you include the provisions? Posting the fine?
It's not in the order, but I can.
Oh, okay, well,
I
let's
can
go ahead
make
and post that.
change.
With
Was
the
the
with the
no-
amount of the fine?
Yep.
Okay.
so you said we're posting a no dumping sign too. That wasn't in the order either. Did I miss
We-
that?
No, you did not, but we can add that.
Let's
as
include
well.
that,
You want to include that in the order?
Yes, 2 signs.
Okay.
included in the motion.
Okay, so that's included in the motion, along with the fine, the penalty fine. Is that? Okay. Okay, we've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Motion carries. CARES Act reimbursement. Did you want to do that one?
Yeah. I move we authorize Umatilla County to submit a request for reimbursement from the Coronavirus Relief Fund created by the CARES Act and authorizes the chair to sign the federal funding certification. We are going to put that in on Friday,
Which is the due date
due date
by the
for the
governor.
first round.
Do we have a number yet?
Robert, do you have an estimate?
No, I haven't filed an estimate at this point. I'll have one.
Okay. They did change the form a bit, and I sent you the revised copy.
I got it.
I will second.
Did you make the motion?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm missing it.
I think.
Kim missed her
I read it.
opportunity to be in glory here this morning.
I'm sorry, what?
I say you missed your opportunity for glory.
I'm sorry.
But we'll tell you what we did.
Oh,
Let's-
thank goodness.
Let's finish this real fast, and we'll get back to that. So, got a motion and a second. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Kim, what we just got doing was the Ott Road Signs. Can you go back to that, Melinda, please?
This is the order, do you want that?
Well, we've changed the order. We've approved no parking signs. We're also going to put no dumping signs, and we're also going to have a fine, how much it's going to be if you get caught doing either one of those two things. So that,
And we hope that brings some solution to it, although I wonder about people who leave things alongside roads that they should just as easy take to the transfer station.
Actually, I have on a number of occasions when I was living out on the farm, gone through bags of garbage and found, as Doug points out, found bills, mail, whatever that
Delivered them
identified.
back?
you
Yes,
found
I-
his mail?
No, but I actually did deliver them back, yes, to their front yard.
It's incredible to me that people will make their problem your problem.
Well, once in a while, we got some good furniture.
John Walshley one time Somebody was kind enough to leave a toilet alongside the road, and he took it and modified it and put it to work in one of his rentals.
So we had actually a commode left at ours too, and but sadly, actually a lot of fetal paraphernalia and protection that has been left out, and many a butt cheek. It's just been great.
And it's always at a time when no one sees they're there.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see them sometime.
Yeah, it's,
I would say I'd keep an eye on you from up above, but
I know.
Well, hopefully this will solve the problem.
So,
I hope so.
Kim, thank you very much for your phone call, because that's really what spurred this into action today. So thank you very much.
All the police reports and everything.
So not needed.
Yeah.
It is quite a lot of documentation. So,
There was a page or two.
yeah, for sure.
But thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, they've been so great.
I appreciate the phone call and I appreciate you coming here today. That speaks volumes. So, thank you very much.
Everyone's help.
All right. Commissioner reports. Commissioner Murdoch.
No?
Really?
In case you were wondering how the chandelier battle went, my contribution to that was out of the box 10 minutes. It's now being prepared for shipment back. So I lost.
That was exactly 8 minutes more than I gave it.
once again, we've survived an election process.
We did.
And society moves ahead, democracy moves ahead, and we'll see how things turn out in the general election in November. It'll be interesting to follow.
In the meantime, I think it'd be more interesting to find out what happens since we've opened on Friday.
I would like to know that too.
Yeah, we're going to find out soon enough.
For sure. The only thing I have is, I know I've gotten 3 phone calls already today about the Mackay Reservoir and the floods. So I just kind of wanted to share an update on Mackay Reservoir. Its storage is 65,400 acre feet out of 71,534 acre feet, so we're at 91% of total capacity. That being said, water is coming into the reservoir at 117 cubic feet per second. Current outflow is 200 cubic feet per second, but due to the weather pattern, they're going to increase it. Well, they did increase it to 400 cubic feet per second at 9 a.m., and then they're going to increase it at 600 feet per cubic feet per second at noon. And if you remember, about 800 cubic feet per second is when they did their test, they saw damage to the banks due to debris in the channel. So they're going to just do it 600 feet, and they're keeping a very close eye on the weather forecast, the weather pattern. So
Wasn't the flooding 2,500?
that would, I think we were at 2,800 outflow. But now it's 800 feet, we're having bank damage. So
92% of capacity, and they're letting some go. What's that historically percent of normal?
typically at May 1st, like to be 100% at capacity.
They'd like to be, but what's normal been? Because they haven't always been at normal.
Well,
at enough to survive.
If you take out this year and last year, on May 1st, they're at 100% capacity.
Okay.
So
100% of normal.
Yep. So last year, obviously, they were well above that. This year, they're in the wheelhouse. So I just kind of wanted to bring that to everybody's attention because this email was 36 minutes ago is when I received that email. So just kind of keep everybody updated on that one.
Fairly current.
Yeah, that's fairly current. So, and that is all I have. And if nobody else has anything else, we are adjourned. Thank you.